Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Satsang and Astrology. Today, I come with a burning subject in the United States, which is the ACA, or better known as Obamacare. The ACA stands for Affordable Care Act. And we will talk astrology here. This is an astrology channel, so this is not politics. I will first introduce the chart of the signature when the then President Obama, signed the act into law. I will analyze the chart, and then I will analyze the transit chart for the 20th of December, which is the time when the legislature is debating and voting and discussing and negotiating about if they want to abolish that law, if they want to continue, if they want to amend it. So there is a discussion about ending it, squarely ending it. And of course, on the side of the Democratic Party, they are opposing ending it, and the Republicans have their argument. But here we will discuss the astrology, and we will uncover things that you might not have noticed. There are people who, of course, depend on it. And of course, they want to continue in some shape or form. And there are those who don't use it, so they might be indifferent. They might want to end it. There are diverse opinions. So we are not talking about opinions. We are talking about astrology. So here I cast the chart for the signature, which happened March 23rd, 2010 at 11:50 a.m. In Washington, D.C. And for this, I need to tell you that I watched the video of the signature from the Obama White House YouTube channel, and he took a long time signing it, because he was signing it with 20 pens. And he said one pen for every of the leaders that had tried to do something about healthcare. And so, like achieving, like giving credit to everyone who had worked before on this subject. So he took several minutes, and the record says that he finished at 11:57 or 11:56 a.m. So we can figure that he started about 11:50, and it took a few minutes because he used 20 pens. He jokingly said, "I haven't practiced." So, anyways, and we see here the sun is at the top of the chart, and the 10th house. And I need to clarify that I use a whole sign house system, meaning every sign is a house. I respect, of course, the angles as they are given. So the angles are at 1 degree Cancer, cardinal, indicating change, radical change. The one is the baby, let's say, the baby change, the baby start. And the angle of the midheaven is in Pisces. So we will analyze all of that, but straight from the gate, we have the sun, which is the president, at the top of the chart, indicating the presence, the public presence, because he did it in public. He was the news were all over the place, right? The president signing with Mercury, which is the planet of writing, right? And then the moon is the planet rising. So this is it ended up, let's say, being very popular, right? The moon rising in Cancer at home is it gives the popularity. However, is the moon, which also represents the public, the people, is with the south node. Even though there is a few degrees difference, it doesn't matter. The south node indicates that even though it is popular, but there is something that there's some kind of energy that is draining, that is letting go of energy. So, and it's letting go of the energy of the rising, meaning that it is an indication of debilitation. However, there are other factors of power and strength. As I said, for example, the sun here in opposition with Saturn, for example. And Saturn this is a day chart, so Saturn here is favorable, let's say. In the sign of Libra, it's exalted on top of that. So this is a good Saturn, and this is a good Sun as well, because the Sun is exalted in Aries, right? Is the springtime when the Sun barely had entered the sign of Aries, meaning that it was the equinox. It was a couple days before. So yes, there was opposition from the opposing party. Fourth house is in general the opposing party of the president or the executive party. So there was some opposition, yeah, but they're both exalted. The sun is exalted, and Saturn is exalted. So there is a certain and they are cardinal signs as well, indicating the changes, the radical changes. And if you see the lines, the red lines, they are indicating a grand square, meaning a grand cross, because Pluto is exactly by 7 minutes opposing the moon. So here from the get-go, we have serious challenges. So it's not like it was so easy and it's something that will flow. No, on the contrary, this signing of this law is pulled by different sources of power. And we have seen power struggles all over the 15 years that we've seen this law. So, and this is very well indicated by this grand cross. and it's a cardinal cross. So the oppositions to the moon are trying to change things, right? Cardinal signs, they're trying to change things. And this Pluto in with the North Node is indicating the empowerment of corporations and structures, governmental structures of security and safety. So, and we have seen exactly the empowerment of those corporations that provide the healthcare service. And we have an exalted ruler of Capricorn in Libra at 1 degree. But again, 1 degree is the baby degree of the sign. It is very new. It is very baby-like, right? Something new, something that is not mature, let's say, needs maturation. The other indication here in the midheaven, we have Pisces, and we have Jupiter, the ruler, in Pisces, very close to the midheaven point, 9 degrees, 15 is Jupiter. And so this indicates the expansion that it has gone over the years of this law, right? And we have seen a huge expansion. Now I think they are talking about 24 million people under insurances provided by this law, which is, by the way, for people who don't know, it is subsidized health care, so meaning that the government pays a certain percentage depending on the income the person has, and helping that way people who cannot afford to pay the full price, because here in the United States, the healthcare is extremely expensive because, well, we don't have another word that is bigger than that. So it's shown by this Jupiter in Pisces. So it is really expensive. It's really so it is very it's been the expansion of this law has been huge. Anyways, but we have Uranus in Pisces as well, and this it's near the end of the sign, indicating something completely different, and changes that. And by the way, Pisces represents as well the healthcare, the sick, the people, the hospitals, medicals, everything that is medical, healing, treatments, healthcare in general. And Uranus is showing that there are things that can be one day they can be one way, the next day can be another way. So, and we have seen changes over the years, especially in prices and coverage, and it's all over the place actually. And we have the 8th house, which is indicative of the secrets that this law shows. So 8th house is the secrets, the things that are shared resources. And we have the sign of Aquarius. Of course, it is share resources because, in general, well, it's subsidized by the government, but is associated with the taxes, right? So the taxes are the funds for the taxes are paying for this financial support that people get for the health insurance. And we see what Neptune. And Neptune indicates things that are not very clear. So it is, I think, over the years, we have seen things that are not very clear. For example, for people, people never know what would be the price they need to pay for a study, for example, until it is already done. So usually when you buy a certain item or service, you first know what is the price, right? You go and buy your bed and they tell you, well, this cost, I don't know, $400. And you decide if you want it or not. Well, with healthcare, you don't know how much a certain service, a healthcare service, will cost you until it's too late, until you have already done it. And sometimes you get big surprises because you didn't think that it was so expensive. And so those are the secrets of the shared resources on this law. And I figure that there are other secrets that we don't know, of course, because there are secrets, obviously. Aquarius has two rulers, right? One of them is Saturn in Libra, which is exalted, and is also in the fourth house, which is in a way is a secret as well, because it is at the bottom of the chart. So it's not something that we show in public, it's something more intimate. Okay, so that's one of the rulers. The other rulers is Uranus, and Uranus is in Pisces, a sign of secrets as well. So there are things that are not all obvious, and they're not declared. In general, people cannot see that because, as you see, the moon represents the people, and Aquarius to Cancer is a 210-degree house, which is, of course, a Scorpio energy, and they don't have anything in common. We have air. Aquarius is air, and in the first house is Cancer, water. So they have nothing in common. Anyways, so that means that they don't see each other straight. So there is this adjustment that needs to be done, right? The people needs to adjust to the demands of pricing, for example, of the shared resources. For example, co-insurance, co-pays, deductibles, and all of those shared costs that sometimes are more expensive than if you didn't have any insurance. So those are some of the things. Now, we have, as I said, the South Node on the first house, meaning that the rising for this chart, which is the law, it is draining. It's weak, and that's what I want to say. It's losing energy. Meanwhile, we have the North Node in Capricorn, 7th house, which is empowering and giving force to these hungry corporations, right? So, and again, I repeat, we're not talking politics, we're talking astrology. So these are indications that we have in the chart. So now we will see the transits. There's a lot to say about the chart, the natal chart, but we will see, because I don't want this video to be too long. And this is the transit chart. So we have Saturn and Neptune on top of Uranus. So this thing that is changing all the time is now receiving the cold visit of Saturn, and the dissolution, meaning disintegration of Neptune. And we are seeing exactly the threat of being dissolved completely. And by the way, Saturn and Neptune will join forces at 0 degree Aries, and pretty soon they will be on the sun of this, which they have already visited last year, 2025. So meaning that both these planets have been on top of the sun of the chart, and they will be again. I think in February, after the eclipse, the eclipses. I think we will have resolution. So I don't think that there will be a resolution this year because of this transit and other things that are happening as well. So we also have this Uranus, who has been here at 28 degrees. It has been there before, making a square to Neptune as well. So we have this repeated transit, Neptune on Uranus and Uranus on Neptune. In general, what I have seen when people or countries have this repeated transit, there is a sort of subject that comes to a resolution, because it is repeated, meaning that the same energy is vibrating. So we have the new moon at 28 degrees of Sagittarius on the 19th of December, a day before of this chart. That's why the moon is already in Capricorn. So the new moon in Sagittarius has been squaring this Uranus as well. So this Uranus, which is the the modern ruler of Aquarius, is receiving several transits that are powerful. A new moon, meaning there is something new in the sixth house, which is problems, conflicts, things that are out of balance, and squaring Uranus, right? In the ninth house of the future, of the big picture. So something has to give, like the movie says. So and what else do we have? Oh, I also wanted to point out the natal chart has Lilith in Aquarius, and Lilith is the shadow of power. So the shadow of power, and let me see if I can show you. if I can show you the book from, this is the book from, let's see if I can make it big, from Laura Walker. And she is an astrologer. She wrote this book. So I will show you Black Moon in what she says about Black Moon in Aquarius. So here she is saying, the shadow of power, fear of powerlessness. And the Black Moon in Aquarius often manifests in a powerful sense of loneliness. And this is talking about personal things, but the goal, for example, is to learn to ask for help, to not overpower others. Usually we are keenly aware of our intense personal power and somewhat frightened by it. Our skills and aptitudes can border on genius, often giving us an air of considerable authority. We have strong faculties and diverse talents that can be used to uplift or to crush others. So think about these corporations that are giving the healthcare under this law. And this is what it says. And the advice is examine if you abuse your power by neglecting or criticizing others. Ask yourself what you would do with all of your power. It is very important for you to answer this question. Are you more afraid of your power or your powerlessness? Okay, so having said that, let's go back to the presentation. Is this law stopping or going? We don't know yet, but there are several challenges. Here we have Mars and the Moon coming to the Pluto in Capricorn in the natal chart. And next, there will be the Sun, and next it will be Venus, and next it will be Mercury. So then Mercury will uncover secrets here. And all of these planets will be squaring first Uranus and then the Sun, and of course the other planets afterwards. But these will be the most important ones. Pluto and the Sun will be the most important squares, but at the same time they are squaring the Saturn and Libra at the bottom of the chart, so forming a T-square, which indicates taking action, some kind of action. And in this case, all these planets in Capricorn may represent the government, or it may be, the bureaucracy in the government, and they could also represent the corporations, right? So we will see much agitation on this side. At the same time, all these planets will be opposing the moon, the rising moon here. So it is highly activating the Grand Cross on the natal chart. So we will definitely see changes. This is unavoidable. There will be changes, cardinal angles, So there will definitely be changes. And not only that, but here you see the transiting South Node in Virgo by the coming up to the IC. And the North Node in Pisces also on top of Jupiter. And if you remember the if you remember the eclipses, we had an eclipse at the end of Pisces. We have an eclipse at 15 of Pisces. We had another solar eclipse at the end of Virgo. So all these eclipses are affecting these planets, especially Jupiter. So an eclipse on the Jupiter of this chart certainly will affect, and it was exactly at 15 degrees. Certainly, it will affect the MC. It will also affect the sixth house, which represents problems, right? Things that are out of balance, things that need uh, review, and things that need resolution. Okay, so and the next eclipse will be a solar eclipse at the end of 28 degrees of Chiron, and of Aquarius, sorry. Chiron is at 28 degrees, and the eclipse will be at that point on top of Chiron and Neptune. So this chart is hit by all the angles, all the planets are hit. So it has to give. Something has to give. And I don't know yet, but there is a big threat to this law. And if it survives, it will survive in a very different way, completely different way. So I don't know exactly, of course, until things are decided. But even if it is prolonged or postponed, but it will be with significant changes. Okay, so that gives you an idea. And I give you my contact information in case you would like to order your reading, your private consultation with me, personal astrology report. And also I listed the references that I used in order to find the time of the signature of this law. And I visited the YouTube, the Obama White House, and also the website Obama White House Archives.gov, where there is a transcription with the timing of the signature. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and leave me your comments, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. That will help me continue this work. So thank you, and see you next time.